May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to another video from Charlie Kirk. Today's video is titled Charlie Kirk Best Radical Leftist Takedown. So without further ado, let's get started.
So how many genders are there?
There's so many. The way that the
so many is not a number.
Chromosomes actually break down with intersex genders and the way that it actually happens, that is the starting point that you learn in like 5th grade. But when you actually do real experiments, you learn that the way that data breaks down when it comes to
Can you give me a number
genders,
or not? Number?
A number? You have 2. That's 6th grade science. When you move on, there are hundreds of different categories.
So what you learn in 6th grade becomes less true as you get older? Like gravity becomes less true?
That is a basic building
Newton's
block
third
that
law
children
becomes less true?
in order to understand the concept of gender. When you break it down into actual
Gender and
experiments when it
sex
comes
are
to
directly
chromosomes and sex, it breaks down into hundreds of different categories that actually differentiate between just 2 genders. What you're saying is there are facts and you don't believe in there being opinions.
Yes, I am saying that there are facts.
This is a scientific fact that if you talk to any biologist, you will learn.
So in biology they teach you that there's XX and XY chromosomes? So give me a number of how many genders there are.
Hundreds, many. It breaks
unlimited,
down,
right?
It breaks
so
down
it's
in so
anything
many
you
more
want
categories.
to be, anything you feel?
No, it's what scientists determine given specific categories.
XY.
Why do you need a number if you're
Bingo. Why do you need a number? That's a great question.
You literally have no idea how it works. You're
because then you could self-identify to be anything you want at any time.
Literally, biologists are saying that this is the way the gender actually breaks down.
So you would accept the argument that you can self-identify to be anything at any time?
Yes, because literally biologists
That's what's wrong with not having a number.
There are hundreds of different numbers.
But again, you don't have a number. I just want to recap.
Hundreds. There's hundreds of different
so where would you
ways
put
that data breaks down.
Okay, so the data breaks down in 2 very simple predominant categories, XX and XY. And that's no? Oh, so there's not male and female.
I think what happens is you don't understand science and scientific
I don't.
backing.
Okay. So
and you just want to
put
forth this fascist simple.
Oh, fascist simple. Here we go. That's interesting.
That will keep you.
So what is fascist about saying there's 2 genders?
Is you're just being completely not faithful to what actual science is telling you.
No, science is quite simple.
That there's an oppressive narrative about how you think
so now I'm oppressive.
Believed.
How am I being oppressive? This is the truth comes out eventually. So how am I being oppressive?
Yeah, you're being oppressive.
How am I being oppressive?
You're being oppressive by denying people the ability to have.
How have I denied anyone anything? Okay, denying people identity. People can identify however they want. I'm only going to use 2 genders.
I love this. You see, he said you can identify as whatever you want. And I get his point, you know, it's left for you to choose whatever you want to do. He's not stopping you from seeing yourself whichever way. The thing is, he recognizes just 2 gender. And I think that is what we've been taught ever since. You see, science have always been wrong. I know they've done a whole lot, but they are not always 100% right. Sometimes they're wrong. And when your parents give birth, it's either they give birth to a male or a female. We choose to, you know, call ourselves whatever we want to call ourselves. And at the end of the day, you don't force people to see you in a certain way they don't see you as. Okay? If you commit an offense and let's say you stole something and then if everyone sees you as a thief, you won't be happy if everyone around you keep on calling you a thief. You want to be seen as a normal person. So the fact that you decide to change yourself does not mean that everyone needs to start calling you what you feel you are. You are human. So if someone calls you a male simply because he sees your physique, or someone calls you a female simply because of the way you're dressed, it's cool. Okay? It's left for them to call you whatever they want to call you. It's their own opinion. You already know who you are. So if you feel like you don't see yourself as a male, you see yourself as a female, and you dress like one, and anyone decide to call you whatever they want to call you, it's left for you. You already know what you are or what you feel like. Okay? You don't need to just force anyone, because we all have freedom of speech. We have freedom to do whatever we want to do. Same way you have freedom to change your gender. They also have freedom to see you the way they feel you are to be seen. So I think that is what Charlie is saying. Charlie is saying, you're not going to force me to call you who you want me to call you. I'll call you who I see you as. Anyway, like I said before, we're all free to do whatever we want to do, but ask yourself before you take any permanent damage that in the next 10 years, will you be happy with the decision you're taking before you proceed with it? Because you see, the need of men are unlimited. Today you might want to be this, and tomorrow you might choose to be who you really are. So before you take any permanent damage to yourself, you need to ask yourself, in the next 10 years, will I still love to be this way? Before you proceed. And I think that is a very good question, because I think so many people are forgetting that there are so many things we did in our youth that we're super proud of. But as time goes on, we feel like, nah, this wasn't necessary. I think I overreacted, or I did this out of peer pressure. So be the best version of yourself. Do something that you feel like in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, you'll be super proud of, or you'll be super comfortable, doing. I've seen people, dress in a certain way simply because that is a trend. And later they dress normal. They just want to be themselves. They want to be normal. They don't want to be someone they are not anymore. You see, for instance, you can see ladies put on their very best. They're going out, their appearance is on point. But when they get married or when they start becoming mothers, they feel like, yeah, it's time for me to focus my attention on my children. So they don't really dress the way they dressed before. Same with men. So I'm asking you, in the next, let's say 10 years, will you still keep on applying those makeup, or keep on transforming yourself to be who you feel you're supposed to be, or you let nature take its course? Anyway, let me know what you take in the comment section. If it is the first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remain blessed.